Hey there, we're back again. I hope you guys had a really good 4th of July. As you can probably tell by my attire, we'll be cooking seafood today. Since it's a beautiful summer day, I thought it would be a great time to break out my shrimp scampi. It's something I'm really good at, something I love to cook. Today we're going to do it with raw shrimp, which I haven't tried yet, but I'm sure that we'll be able to work our way through it. We're also adding scallops to the scampi. Scallops are basically, you see them in a lot of seafood soups. They're basically just gigantic mussels. They look like this. They're raw right now. The easiest way to cook them, I think, is to cut them up so that you can cut them in half so that they're a little smaller, and then you caramelize them along with the shrimp. We're also going to be using fresh cilantro, which I picked from my garden. If you pick this from the store, you may want a little bit more than I have. Mine's fresh from the garden, so it's got all of its flavor in it, and all of the stems and everything go together very well. We have to cut off the roots real quick. So we've got fresh cilantro, we've got a white onion, we've got 2 tomatoes, and my trusty pack of mushrooms, and scallions, and our prawns. The other thing we need, this is garlic, lime, cilantro, scampi, is the lime juice. I'm using bottled lime juice because I always only use like half of a lime's worth of juice, and then the other half of the lime kicks around in the refrigerator forever. It just gets really annoying. By the way, this is Shuka. I met her at Marine World when I went for my 4th of July celebration. We went to Marine World and we went swimming with dolphins. So while I'm cutting up the onions, I will tell you all about that. First, we need to get our shrimp ready. So, we have here a gigantic prawn. These things are pretty gross looking right now. They're going to look great when we're done with them. They got their feet on them and their skin on them, and they just need to get prepared. So what you want to do is, ooh, that was easy. I'm lucky. Mine are really easy. Sometimes they won't be deveined. Mine are. To devein a shrimp, you're going to want to cut through the top half of it, and there'll be a little black line here, and you cut the line out. Thankfully, Safeway's already done that for me, so my job is super easy. I'm just kind of taking the skin off, which is already cut from the top, and taking the tail off. You can leave the tail on if you want. Some people think that looks fancy. Personally, I think it's just a pain in the butt, because your eaters are going to have to take the tail off, and since it's a scampi, the shrimp are going to be kind of messy as it is. Make sure that your veins are all the way out. Basically the veins are like the poop chute of the shrimp, and it's disgusting if you have to eat it. So make sure you take them out. Make sure your shrimp are fully cleaned. And you may even want to wash them if they're raw. Wash them again. Just, you never know who's been touching them. I'm going to do that as soon as they're ready. So this is going to take a while. I'll come back to you once the shrimp are done. Shrimp are ready. We've got our olive oil, and we have not found our fresh garlic cloves. Luckily, I have a standby. We're just going to be using Trader Joe's jar of crushed garlic, which is perfect. You just take teaspoons full or tablespoons full or heaping bowls full of garlic, however much you want. Start off by getting a nice hefty layer of oil in your bottom of your pan. Turn on your pan and heat the oil. And while the oil is heating, try not to lose your olive oil cap. While the oil is heating, you can cut up your scallops. I just think it's a smart thing. I mean, look at this thing. It's huge. You want to cut it down to bite-sized pieces just because scallops are better that way. In my opinion, it's easier to eat and easier to cook too. Oops! The bigger the scallop, the longer it's going to take to cook. And you do not want to eat uncooked scallops. Those are dangerous. Same with shrimp. You want to cook your shrimp so it's, bright red pink like you usually see in the grocery store or the restaurant. So, and you want to start with hot oil. I'm not really sure why. Just, it's what you do. So here are our pieces of scallop, and our pieces of shrimp, and our lime juice right here. Add the lime juice to the oil before you put the shrimp in. You are going to get some sparks because oil and lime juice don't really mix, but whatever, just don't get hurt. Don't start a fire. Grace Cat really wants the shrimp. She's meowing at my feet if you can hear her. I'm having a hard time getting this open. I might have to go get Greg. Oh man. Okay, I'll be right back. I have to go get Greg. Alright, here I am again. Greg is busy working, so I have to try not to bother him anymore. That's okay. Getting the crushed garlic out of the jar. Oh, yum. This much garlic is totally okay. You mix the garlic in so it kind of makes like a garlic infused oil. Don't get burned. Don't get shocked by the oil. Ooh, like I just did. Ooh. And go ahead and toss in your scallops. Oh, it's spitting. Alright. Scallops really don't take long. You just do them on one side until they're kind of browny, goldy, and then do them on the other side. Meanwhile, your shrimp can be going as well. Calming down. Alright, so since this is a scampi, and since it's my version of scampi, we're not only going to be doing shrimp and scallops, we're also going to be doing mushrooms, onions, and tomatoes, and cilantro, of course. So first of all, we got to chop up our cilantro so we can get going with the shrimp. Alright, so let's go with the cilantro. We need a nice knife for chopping. This is not a nice knife for chopping. This is a nice knife for chopping. With herbs like this, you can do a cool thing with the chef's knife. You put your fingers on the top, 3 fingers on the top. Don't get your fingers near the bottom of the blade, obviously. Then you do kind of a rocking horse motion, up and down over the herbs. You end up with some really finely chopped herbs. You can kind of sweep them together, keep on chopping until you've got them at the right consistency for what you're cooking. Meanwhile, check your shrimp and your scallops. Make sure that everything is not burning. Your shrimp should be nice and pink on one side or starting to get there. Ooh, perfect. Some of them should be curling up, which is fine. That's what shrimp do. Be sure to flip your scallops and your shrimp so you don't end up with anything burnt. Scallops are going to be done when they're brownish gold on one side, and then, well, on both sides. Scallops will be, they won't be flaky like fish. They'll be kind of, how to describe it? They'll be a little bit chewy. They're really good. They're really yummy. They're very delicate flavor. That's what Emerald says anyway. Yum, yum, yum. Shrimps and scallops. Got the whale on my head. It was really nice that I bought this at the park because I have a tendency to get lost a lot. And my family could always find me. So I was bouncing around with the whale on my head. So that was nice. Yum. This is going to be really good. Taste looks amazing. I'm doing a really bad thing. Don't tell Greg I'm flipping things with a knife. Because I'm being lazy. I'm not scratching the bottom of the pan though. I'm really not. He's going to get mad at me anyway. That's okay. Okay, so chopping up the cilantro. Okay. If your cilantro is really coarsely chopped like mine, that's okay. Should be kind of biggish pieces anyway. Cilantro is totally edible. It tastes really good, so that should be fine. Oh, yum. That is going to be really yummy. You can put maybe a little bit more garlic if you feel you need it. I do. I always need more garlic.